Taurus born April 20th to May 20th. What can you expect for the month of January 2016? Let's tune in and find out. Okay, so for a lot of you Tauruses this month, you can really expect, um, I feel like there's this reward that's coming to you, and it's from your hard work, it's from your focused energy. So there's just this sense of pride in what you do and being able to focus and to get things done. And I feel like there's goals that you've had that you've met, and that you're now interested in seeing those goals really be sustainable. So something that can happen for a long time, okay? So just be sure that you really acknowledge the goals that you've had, take time to take it in, take time to appreciate the hard work that you've done, really celebrate it, because sometimes Taurus, you don't. Sometimes it's just like business as usual, check that off, go to the next one, right? So you're really being asked to slow down and really appreciate how far and how hard you've worked and the goals that you've accomplished. And in doing that, it's going to create this energy or this buoyancy to carry you and to give you the ease to keep going and to keep building and sharing and meeting your goals, okay? So let's look at romantic relationships. For those of you that are in a romantic relationship and are curious about what January holds for you, let's tune in and find out. So, there's, with partnerships, there's always a give and a take, and that we rely on our partners to do some certain things. And there may be some disappointment with your partner not following through or not getting things done in a timely manner for you. And it's really one of those things where, Taurus, you can be really stubborn, and you can sometimes just make the other person pay by not talking to them and just saying, you know what, I got nothing to say to you. You wanna avoid old bad habits, and you want to be able to speak up, and you want to really express the importance of what you need, because a lot of this is about getting your needs met and having the other person see that this is important to me, right? And when you really stress it's something that's really important to you, then I feel like your partner can feel the weight of that, and then can also see that, wow, maybe they've let you down, can own it a little bit and prevent it from happening again. But if you just kind of go business as usual, yeah, I always get screwed, or I always end up doing it, or you just let it go, it feels like you're setting yourself up for a trend that's not going to be all that fun. So there's something that will happen this month that will give you the opportunity to really bring it up and really speak about the importance of it to you, so that your partner can actually take note of that and meet your needs more readily in the future. And I think that's just going to create a healthier relationship for both of you. Now, outside of that, there's a real ease in the relationship, and a real just kind of everyday order. Just really enjoying it, the synchronicities, knowing how they you zig, they zig, you zag, they zag. There's just this real synergy that's happening in the relationship that's really nice. And at the same time, there can be some unpredictable energy with it, which is fun. So I like the relationship overall this month. Now, for those of you that are single and you're interested in creating a relationship, let's look at that. You're going to have to put yourself out there, Taurus, and you're going to have to open up a little bit more and be a little bit more honest with yourself and with whomever you're dating. Because if you do want a long-term relationship, they don't know it. Because you're very good with this poker face, really good with this poker face, right? So they can't read it. So they don't know if you're into them, or if you're just passing time, or what. So, I feel like maybe some of the relationships that haven't followed through in the past have been because you haven't been forthcoming with your appreciation of that other person, or the desiring to want to have more relationship. And here's the thing, maybe you think you are, but I'm telling you, you're not. So whatever you think is communicating, you need to go even a little bit further and communicate a little bit more. And then even check with the person you're talking to. How did you interpret what I just said? because I bet any money that the way you're communicating is that they're not getting that you're really interested in them. They're not really hearing that you're into them. And I think if you really want a long distance, not long distance, but a long-term relationship, I think that you have to speak up a little bit more. And the other thing is actions speak louder than words, right? Making time for that person, showing that they are important to you, is another way that lets people know that you're into them. So these are all things in your control, Taurus, because I feel like if you really want it, you'll have it. If you don't want a relationship, just keep doing what you're doing. But I feel like if you really want one, those little tweaks, right away, you'll manifest a great relationship for yourself. Okay, now my recommendation would be that we do have, Mercury is still retrograde until January 8th, January 9th, and that kind of screws up communication. So I'd give it another week or two before you really make your play for somebody special, just because the communication won't get screwed up, and that in itself is better. All right, let's look at your career and money for Taurus. So a lot of steady income. There may be something that takes a chunk out. Maybe you've splurged for some airfare for some family, or maybe you've bought an expensive gift, or you loaned some money to somebody. But I feel like it's such a small thing based on what your true wealth is or what you have. And I do feel like you'll get it back. I do feel like whatever you've just put out or loaned out or are going to put out this month is going to come back. So don't stress about it. It does feel temporary, and there's going to be more money coming in. And some of you are going to have some patience with other people developing their ability to pay you back. Like you may have made a bad loan to somebody, and that's ticking you off. You're getting a little upset about it. It is what it is. I think having clear communication around how they're going to pay you back is going to be helpful. And for some of you, you may need to have some patience around that. But I do feel like ultimately you can get a big chunk of that back. Okay, so let's look at your health for Taurus. So I feel like some of you may have been run down with the flu, clammy, tired. I hear you. I'm fighting it right now with a head cold, sore throat, all that kind of stuff. I feel like some of you have been a little bit run down. I do feel like it's just seasonal. I feel like you're going to get your health back. And I also feel like a lot of you are like, I just don't have time to be sick. So you barrel forward and you move forward, and that's just the way it is, and you're tough as nails. And I think that's likely to continue. I don't really see any big surprises. So all in all, it's really just like asking you to listen to your own health, really trusting your instincts, and taking time for yourself and making sure that you're doing the things that you know to do for your own health. All right, and let's see if there's anything unexpected for Taurus. Yeah, you may find an unexpected creative streak coming in about some problems that you had in the past, where all of a sudden you go, wow, I didn't even think about that as an option, or wow, I didn't even think of that as a resolution. So there may be something that these light bulbs going off in January for problems that you had for a long time. It's just never occurred to you to make a change or to do this or to do that. And I think you're going to get these kind of like eye-opening moments like, wow, why didn't I think of that before? Or why didn't I do that before? Doesn't matter. The point is that you're thinking of it now and take action with it now. And I think that your life is just going to expand and get bigger and better, and you're absolutely going to be happier. So just look for these little light bulb moments that are going to happen for you in January about little problems that you have that you're going to suddenly get the answer to. So it's going to be fun and it's going to be exciting. All right, Taurus, have an amazing new year, and wishing you the best and happiness and prosperity and good health for 2017. And thank you for viewing and watching all of last year. And all of you who are new, thank you for coming and liking and sharing my intuitive astrology. And I always love it when you write any notes or anything. I'm happy to connect with you that way as well. So have a fabulous new year, and I'll connect with you again next month.